The glorified version of the Passport Bro lifestyle, for the most part, that you see on social media is a lie. The number one mistake that Passport Bros make is they choose the wrong dating market. I've said this before, I will say it again. Nothing will make a more instant and impactful change in how you're received by women, the results you get, who you're able to date, who you're able to attract, other than just changing your location. So many factors go into it. Like, what do the local guys look like? In some countries, they like it when you look similar to the local guys. In other cities within the same country, not even going to a different country, just a different city, they like it when you look as different as possible from the locals. For example, Argentina is a huge passport bro mistake for most people in general, especially white guys. I've never heard of a white American Canadian going to Buenos Aires, Argentina, and having good results with women. Black guys do crush it there. Vice versa, there's places where I've been with my black friends and I feel like a celebrity and I get preferential treatment and they don't. And of course, like I said, vice versa. So
Hey guys, back to the video in just a few seconds, but first, I had to share these amazing results that I've been having on dating apps using 100% fake AI generated photos. Every single girl that you're seeing on screen right now, I matched with on Bumble using, yes, fake AI photos. And here are the photos on the screen right now that I used. And before you rush to the comments and want to say something dumb like, oh, I could kind of tell that they were fake. I know that you can't tell that they're fake because I'm lying to you. I'm showing you a mixture of both real photos and AI photos, and I bet you can't tell a difference of which is which. And I've done well on the dating apps even before with real photos, but ever since I put AI photos on there into the mix, the results have been absolutely insane, as you were seeing. And not only can I now be super lazy, I don't have to do photo shoots anymore in real life, but I can now get access to backdrops I never could before, such as being on a private jet or some insane looking baller Airbnb. And no, I know what you're thinking. Both the dating app platforms and Instagram cannot tell that these are AI and they will not get you banned. So if you want some of these for yourself, just check out the link in the video description. It's also in the first pinned comment. It's the same link, and we will get back to the regular video now.
how do you avoid falling into this trap of doing all this work to go overseas for the purposes of dating and avoiding like the number one mistake, which is shit, you picked a city. Notice I say city, not country. You picked a city because city matters more than country. You picked a city where the dating isn't even that better than the United States. All the problems of, pay for play, sugar babies, tattoos, girls that are entitled, girls with delusionally high standards. You go overseas and you get the same thing. How do you avoid that? Again, because it'd be a shame to learn a foreign language, go overseas, leave all your friends behind, deal with visa nightmares, live in a culture where you're kind of confused all the time. You don't even understand what the fuck is going on. You got to learn about their politicians and their celebrities, all for nothing, all to not even get, good results with women. So you got to try a bunch of, I did a whole other video. You should try 15 to 25 cities. Okay, you can save time by working with me. I'll tell you exactly if you're a black guy, if you're a white guy, if you're this, that, if you're just want to romp and you're single, you want to run through a bunch of hoes, or you want to go to a dating market where girls are more conservative, more traditional, lower body counts, no sex work, no tattoos. I can tell you where to go to those places. The only places I will not advise on is anything you guys want to do, like sexual tourism or look for a bunch of prostitutes. I will not advise on that because that's not what we talk about here. Look, no shade. That's your right as a man if you want to do that. We just don't talk about tricking or advise on that on this channel. Again, but no judgment. So what makes a good dating market? And you got to choose a good dating market, a good dating market. But what is that? I put some notes here. The first one is hot girls, but also plentifully hot girls. So some cities, actually Sao Paulo, your perception when you close your eyes, you think of like this beautiful morena Brazilian girl, light skin, brown skin, whatever, but like hourglass shape, big boobs, beautiful face, hot, sexy Latina. You go to Sao Paulo, that's only in the neighborhoods of like Itaim, BB, Pinheiros, Moema, Jardins, these like nice, rich areas of Sao Paulo. You go just a little bit out of the very rich, most bougie areas of Sao Paulo. Same thing in like Rio. Most women in Rio and most women in Sao Paulo, I want to say this is in the most polite way that I can, but they're probably not what you're fantasizing about when you close your eyes. They're probably the exact opposite of what you would fantasize about and think is a beautiful one when you close your eyes, okay? That's saying that in the most nice way I can. So aside from not just, there are some beautiful women, you want a dating market in a perfect list. I'm going to list all these things. You're going to have to compromise on certain things. You're never going to find everything. But number one, hot women and plentiful amount, because when there's not a plentiful amount, when like hot girls are like a rare, scarce resource in a city, they're tougher to get and there's more prostitution and yeah, they're just more stuck up and they're more entitled. Low tattoos should go without saying in some cities. Like I've been to cities where like 90 to 95% of girls have tattoos, and it's quite disgusting and sad. Another one you're looking for, and this is one of the biggest ones, is a low pay for play culture. A low pay for play culture. I did an interview with a Brazilian girl. Her words, the words of the Brazilian woman, not mine, where we'll put a link in the description of the video if I remember when I upload it. If not, you can just search for it on this channel. It has me interviewing a blonde Brazilian girl in the thumbnail. You can just kind of scroll down until you find it if I forget to link it. But she said, her words, not mine, 80% of the beautiful women in Sao Paulo, Brazil, do some form of sex work. Webcam model, selling feet pictures on the internet, actual prostitute. And it's very sad. It's something that's, kind of well known. The United States is, a lot worse in this regard. I don't mean to pick on Brazil with that. But that's a big thing to consider. It's like how much, because like a lot of times you guys, again, some of you don't do the work. Some of you guys are fat schmucks. You don't go to the gym. You don't know how to style yourself. You have zero mouthpiece and zero charisma. But a lot of you do have those things. You need to be hard on yourself. It could just be the location. It could be the fact that you're in a dating market where 95% of the girls that are 7.5 and above are looking for sugar daddies. And you're trying to get like the 5% that are like legitimate and, don't want a sugar baby relationship, but they're actually like, willing to date a guy for emotions and chemistry. I know, like crazy thing, right? Another thing you're looking for, aside from, we talk about beautiful girls, a high percentage of beautiful girls, low tattoos, low pay for play, is no negative gringo stereotypes. I know for white guys, at least I think for most foreigners, but it's certainly for white guys, you get treated like royalty in certain places in Asia. You never get treated as like royalty in Latin America for being white, but you definitely can get a sizable advantage. You can definitely get royal treatment for being a black guy. Like I won't say the name of it, but the country and the city I'm in now, I've seen one black American in 6 weeks of living here, of going to the mall every day, of doing day game every day, of going to a couple of the best bars, nightclubs, restaurants, rooftop lounges. I'm out. Like I'm outside, and I have seen one black American guy. My other friend, a YouTuber, Austin Holloman. Listen, he's a good looking, fairly tall, fairly jacked black dude. He should do well anywhere. Actually, by his own admittance, he does terrible in certain dating markets because certain dating markets don't cater to black men. But he crushed it in this dating market. He also did well in Buenos Aires. Because again, it depends what you look like. But going on this, like, we want to talk about like overall foreigner reception. Like a city like Medellin, they just hate all foreigners equally. White, black, Asian. Even if you're from another part of Colombia, they hate you. You have to be like Paisa from Antioquia, from Medellin, for them to treat you with any type of respect or dignity. And look, they'll be smiled, like they're the biggest snakes ever. They'll smile in your face. They'll tell you all these like nice things, but they're laughing behind your back. They're pretty much all looking to scam you. Their culture is like they're better. So again, it's like overall, like how are foreigners perceived and treated? And then specifically you, right? Are you a black guy in an area where they like black guys? Are you a black guy in an area where they don't like black guys? Very different. Again, like I said, as a white guy, you'd be shooting yourself in the foot to even try Buenos Aires, right? Did you know Africa, at least in Kenya, Nairobi, I did very amazing. You know who did even better than me? All my black friends, right? There's something about being a black American. Listen, I had no issues there as a white boy in Africa. Being a white boy in Africa is good. It is amazing. But I'm just pointing out the nuance that there's some markets where they prefer white guys. There's some markets where they prefer black guys. And there's some markets where they just prefer both. And I guess Africa, maybe black guys have like a slight edge. Not to say that they don't really, really like white guys there either, though. At least in Kenya. I don't know about, other places, Nairobi, Kenya. You also want an abundant amount of foreigners because it's going to be very difficult for you to make real, true friendships with local guys if they don't speak English. Like, look, if you want to go to Thailand and try to make local friends with the Thai guys, be my guest. I've pretty much never seen it happen. Every guy that I know that like in Medellin, if a guy makes friends with like local Paisa guys that speak Spanish, it's just it's some like old fat guy who, takes out, they're almost like his like little sugar babies. He just like takes these guys out for dinner and he thinks that they're like his friend, but they're just like using him for resources. You want to find abundant for, other cool red pill guys, travelers, ambitious people who understand you, who come from the same culture that are, still following like, whatever you want to talk about, whether it's biohacking or geopolitics or content creation, entrepreneurship, cult, like whatever you're into, you want to find, because again, if you go to like, I talk about something called the small town strategy, and that's great. But if you want to go to, you know, Podunk Cow Town in Brazil, where they're gorgeous, they've never seen an Asian guy before, and you're a fairly good looking Asian guy, and they're just very, very receptive. Let's say they're very open, wink, wink, to meeting you. Enthusiastic. I don't know what other euphemisms I can say. But you might just burn out. Like, cool, you're the king of the Podunk Cow Town. It has no infrastructure. There's stray dogs everywhere. There's dog shit in the streets. There's down power lines. It's dirty. It's filthy. And you got no friends. And you're just going to kind of like crash out. Safety is a big one. Most places are like, listen, if you just avoid dark alleys and don't do like, you know, random nonsense at nighttime, you'll probably be good. You also want to look for something with high IQ people. Because if you, again, you know, small town strategy is good for girls, yada, yada. And there's some small towns that have very intelligent people. IQ and being intellectuality, if that's a word, varies a lot by, again, I said city matters more than countries. I said in other videos, I'm saying again, this video, city matters more than country. And, you know, to keep picking on Medellin, they're just so low IQ there. Like, it's always going to be like, your refrigerator is going to break down. You have to call the refrigerator repairman. You're going to need random services, a tax service, a legal service, a visa service. You're just, you know, someone may need to, I don't know, paint your house. And if you live in a place where people have the IQ of a tree frog, like the people in most parts of Colombia, not Bogota, maybe not some other parts, but certainly Colombia, it's just always going to be a headache, bro. They will fuck things up. Like, you will literally question what it means to be like a fully evolved, you know, you'll swear that like, you know, there's like Homo sapiens, and then like there's like, you know, you go one rung down the ladder. Like, they are so dumb, they will literally screw up everything. They will literally, your lawyer will fuck up everything. Your visa guy will fuck up everything. You'll try to open a bank account, they'll like spell your name wrong by like one letter on your debit card, and then when you lose your debit card and you go in to say like, well, I lost my debit card, and you knew, when they're like, oh, the debit card doesn't match. You're like, yeah, I know, like they spelled like my last name Brown wrong. Like, they put BRW, like they missed the, oh, well, I can't give you a new debit card unless the name matches exactly. And you're like, geez, it's just like one thing after the other. So really try not to live in a low IQ place. And I would say this, of all these things in mind, you know, you want like a place with high IQ, abundant foreigners, no negative gringo stereotypes, a lot of hot girls, and them being not into pay for play, and them not having, you know, tattoos and stuff. Maybe a culture that isn't like super promiscuous. One of the best ways you can judge if this is going to be a good dating market is to do day game for a bit. Day game is the purest form of game. It's what I love. You can go to dating markets and it can seem like they're good from playing on the apps, from being on Instagram. I don't use dating apps at all anymore. 100%. We put some B-roll at the beginning of the screen that you saw. 100%. No, I take that back. 2/3 of the women I meet are from Instagram. About 1/3 is from day game or night game or some random circumstance. But yeah, 2/3 of the women I meet are from Instagram. But the other 1/3 is from day game. It's the best form of game, the purest form of game. And that is the best way. Like, if you're wondering like, hey, well, do they like black guys here? Do they like white guys here? What's the, flake rate. That's something I forgot to mention. Flake rate can be huge. This is why I said, like, you know, you can like switch your location to XYZ city. Be like, oh, this is going to be great. You're matching with every girl. You're following girls on Instagram. You follow 20 girls a day. 10 out of 20 just follow you back. And like, when are you going to be here? I can't wait to go out with you, right? Then you get there and it's flake, 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 catfish, 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 flake, 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 catfish, catfish, catfish. And you're like, damn, like, it's been a month and a half. I can match every girl, but like, why have I been like disappointed and stuff like that? Oh, another thing I just thought of too, why dating markets have been misleading. I've been to dating markets where girls just have really weird personalities due to the culture of that country or the culture of that city. And you just don't vibe with them. Like, I'm in this dating market right now. And I'm sure there's some normal girls. I'm sure there's some exceptions, but every girl I've dated has fallen into like one or two buckets that are either, they're like mute, like they don't talk. They have 0%. I just want to like shit. Like, is there anybody home? And they're like, have a personality, have an opinion, say something, like talk. They're either like that, or they are talkative and extroverted and social, but they're like argumentative as fuck. They'll say things like, yeah, I'm a cold person. I don't like affection. I don't like physical touch. I don't like when a man, you know, takes the lead. I'm my own boss. I'm mean, and I like to be the dominant one. You're like, well, we're off to a great start. You know what I mean? Or they're like, submissive and docile, but they don't talk. And it's been hard for me. Whereas, in Brazil it was the opposite. There's boring and weird girls in every country, but most Brazilians I've encountered are the opposite. Fun, social, outgoing, intelligent, sophisticated. The only problem is with Brazil, a lot of cities, they're literally all of them have tattoos, and literally all of them are doing some form of pay for play. Again, as said by a Brazilian girl, not said by me. Okay. So go to the new city and do day game. Do day game and see if you don't get flaked. If you do day game and you're getting good reception from the women, there's plentiful amount of hot women there, and they're not flaking you. They're actually showing up on the date. And the apps. If girls like from the apps are actually like showing up, I guess that's fine too. I prefer day game. I think that's a quicker and more like instant, like, barometer of success. There's other cool foreigners there. There's not a huge, there's huge pay for play like everywhere, even places where you think there isn't pay for play going on. Trust me, there's a lot, but there's not like an obnoxious amount of pay for play. There's other cool foreigners. It's relatively safe. I guess, we didn't talk about this, but like the weather is relatively good. It's not insanely low IQ. Then you, sir, have found yourself a good dating market, and you're not making the number one passport bro mistake, which is to, go to a crappy dating market. Subscribe for more free game. Cheers, boys. Peace.